Ask me why I'm smiling ear to ear, baby. Ear to ear. Ask me. Because we're going to have 4 minutes of comedy starting with voicemail tricks. Tricky people doing stuff on voicemail. Cue the clip. Cue the clip. Go.
Hi, this is Larry Chang, Chiang, calling for Ryan Rogers. If you want to grab a pen, my last name is spelled Chang, Chiang. There's an I before the A. Calling for Ryan Rogers with a opportunity to provide a speaker from strategy to a Bay Area CS computer science conference. It's technical sales. It'll be good. It's Larry Chang for Ryan Rogers. Here's my phone number. If you're ready for it, it's 415, grab a pen, 415-720-8500. 415-720-8500. There's three things that are pertinent. One is it's a conference in the Bay Area. It's for computer science to be competent in tech sales. Number two, number three, I'll give you when you give me a call back. Also, the office number is 650-566-9696. Again, the cell phone number, 415 Larry Chang, Chiang, 415-720-8500.
Good job, Larry Chang. We're whispering to ourselves so that way we avoid being a Foid. No Foid, no bueno zone. How are you? Good morning. It's great to see you. The way we're going to do comedy is 4-minute jokes as a twist, because comedy is so easy, for me at least. You're going to comment something, and I work the comment into my joke, into the script. This might seem like a magic trick because this works every time, about 80% of the time. So comment anything, comment what you see in the background, comment your last DoorDash delivery, comment anything, and I'll work it into 4-minute comedy. Hi, I'm Larry Chang. It's great to meet you for a first time in a lot of cases, or a repeat time. Topic today is avoiding Foid behavior, Foids. Yeah, it's a little derogatory, but guess what? The best kind of comedy is where you're in on it. So the game we're playing is you comment something and then I work it into comedy. For example, avoid the Foids lifestyle. So there are generations of people. Boomers want to put everybody who's born after 2002 into one generation. Lump sum pattern recognition. That's not going to work. Why? Because there are things known as micro generations, which is a subset of a generation. Why? Because the way that COVID wrecked lives depends on how old you were when COVID was wrecking people's lives. That's why there are generations. That's why this video is going to be kind of funny, kind of educational, and very interactive. I've been told, Larry, you never read the comments. Oh, I'm going to read the comments and incorporate the comments into a joke, which is microgenerations, avoiding the Foid lifestyle, which is when you're worth $0, how are you spending $80 on a DoorDash? I'm not going to explore the time brokenness of spending 4 days worth of savings on a meal and then taking pictures of it. We're not going to go into some Dave Ramsey, Larry Chang, Duck Nine basic content. We're not. Because this is a vacation where you can avoid the Foid and learn something and have something be actionable, which is us doing this game. It's called You Guys Get Introduced to Jokes, and then I incorporate your comments into my script, which is going to seem impossible. It's called Ducking Foids, where Foids look at a burrito and say, hey, I can afford that burrito with 4 easy payments. This is where you and I are going to rise. Why? Because a burrito over 4 payments is very, very Max Levchin. It is not very Larry Chang. Who's Max Levchin? He's the guy who wants you to owe money for the rest of your life on the burrito that you shat out 2 weeks ago. Does that seem like a good financial choice? Now, I don't mean to state the overtly obvious, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell jokes while I solve other people's problems. What? What? You're not going to get me into a cult, you awkwardly good-looking Chinese man? Yeah. Don't need my non-viral social media to get my penis dipped in Foid. Because what if we asked ourselves this empowering question? Where are the comments? You comment something and I work it into a joke. What could be more interactive? Are you guys intimidated? That's okay. Because what if we asked 3 empowering questions? Empowering question number 1. The meal that you want to eat, let's say it's a birthday meal. What if that meal would pay for itself before you shat out the food? What if that birthday meal is ROI for dinner before you ate dinner? Uh-oh, this message is held for review. Sir, how big is it? My brain is very big. That was the easiest incorporation ever. You say something even though it's hidden for review, and I work it into my joke. Sir, how big is it? My body of YouTube videos to help you duck being a Foid is ginormous. It's approaching 4,000 videos. All on the same kind of thing. Some of it's funny. This video is pure comedy. The game that we're playing is avoid the Foid. You comment something and then I work it into the joke, which is steak dinner or sushi or some extravagant $300 dinner that you take yourself to. We're not treating Foids to food. We're just treating ourselves. There's a meme, it's called Treat Yourself. Treat yourself. How's my low socioeconomic language? I'm trying to slum it with the crabs. I'm trying to whisper to Slumdog Millionaire, Pakistani India, welcome. As I drink from my bougie, you can't just stand underneath the logo and hand out our food. My God, jumping ahead in jokes. The way these jokes are told, kids, is you comment something and I work the comment into the joke. Criticism, but Larry, you don't read the comments. Criticism, but Larry, I'm not getting enough attention. Oh, is this enough attention for you? Where you can even text me on the bat phone. Who does YouTube on their bat phone? 650-283-8255. 8008. Who does that? Who also does closing a deal via voicemail? Put a pin in that. Don't put a pin in that. I'm going to reward you right now.
A-N-G calling for Ryan Rogers. If you want to grab a pen, my last name is spelled Chang, C-H-I-A-N-G. There's an I before the A. Calling for Ryan Rogers with a opportunity to provide a speaker from strategy to a Bay Area CS computer science conference. It's technical sales. It'll be good. It's Larry Chang for Ryan Rogers. Here's my phone number. If you're ready for it, it's 415, grab a pen, 415-720-8500. 415-720-8500. There's three things that are pertinent. One is it's a conference in the Bay Area. It's for computer science to be competent in tech sales. Number two, number three, I'll give you when you give me a call back. Also, the office number is 650-566-9696. Again, the cell phone number, 415, Larry Chang, C-H-I-A-N-G, 415-720-8500.
Let's go. Let's go. You wanted interaction, you're getting interaction, which is the game that we're playing. It's called ROI for your sushi dinner before sushi dinner, because we're avoiding Foids. Some of you dumb mother scratchers are refusing to take out heterosexual dating to a meal. What is wrong with you? I get what's wrong with you. You think that dinner is for schmucks. You think that dinner is for NPCs. What you don't see is, what if you got her to take Larry Chang out? Because that's anti-gravity. This is how to be the Foids whisperer. Welcome to yesterday's video, culminating into today's video. This message is held for review. I'm going to read it. Hello, Larry. Hope there's not a dry pussy in the house. This is Foids whispering. The pussy gets wet before she buys dinner. Perfectly on cue. I'm batting 1,000, even with the messages that are held for review, which is Dreamin5588. Hello, Larry. There's not a dry pussy in the house. That's because we're whispering to Foids about their broken JJ as they buy us food, which is heterosexual in nature. So, you avoid being a Foid. Why? Because look at people that are 5 years older than you. That's your destiny, which is a pure hell shithole. You're going to be slinging 4 HJs for a slice of bread, and you're going to have to swallow it. Not the bread, okay? Not the bread. This is where we're all going when money dies. The Fed, it's trapped. I'm trying to solve some problems here. This is 4-minute comedy, which is, hello, Larry. Hope there's not a dry pussy in the house. This is what I've determined via my interactions with YouTube live people. The dudes are all tall and good looking, and the women are with big boobs and hot. Therefore, I've been speaking to people incorrectly. I need to up the interaction. I need to buffer away the zones. This is avoiding Foids. Problem. You're not getting ROI, return on investment, for food that you're buying, Larry Chang. This is why you need to get ROI 90 days before you buy me a Michelin star meal. Why? Why? Tara Mill Boulevard says Larry is Dr. Doom unmasked. Dr. Doom he's a Marvel character. He was good, but then he got burnt out doing too much physics. Did you know that most people in physics end up dying bankrupt? Well, we're not Doctor Doom unmasked. We're Doctor Doom if he were able to whisper to Foids. I can't help it. I'm batting 1,000. I can't help it. Tara Mill Boulevard tried to say Larry is Doctor Doom unmasked. I had to take that joke and then morph it into the comedy that is ROI for burrito before you Bristol for your burrito out. You thought I was going to say Mexican diarrhea. You thought I was going to say food poisoning because it's Mexican food and it's cheap. What you don't understand, which I understand, is that gastrointestinal health and being able to take other people's food that they diarrhea and for me to pump it out in a perfect Bristol 4. Why? Because Foids all have a broken stomach because they've got so much tension that sometimes there are tensions in their shoulders, other times Foids keep tension in their stomach. That's why some girls can't have an orgasm because then they're going to fart and then it's a shart or a queef. I hate how I know this stuff because when she doesn't have an orgasm, you take her to the pool where it's kind of cleaner. You don't want to know what I know, which is how to whisper to Foids. Venereal Discharge says hello. That's an easy one. Hello. Tara Mill Boulevard said, I seduced vagina with books. This is what we're doing in seducing men's butt vagina because you're by default retarded. And it's because you have pretzeled your brain into man, woman, woman, man, and not in the way that Larry Chang trans himself, because I am the Caucasian heterosexual that the LGBTQ TT movement needed. We're avoiding Foids. There are plenty of NPCs in the LGBTQ TT plus movement, which is, you didn't ask me what my pronouns were. She, he, she, he, she, he, she, he, she, he. This is actually connected to entrepreneurship within gender reversal entrepreneurship exercises. And if the audience doesn't love the game that we're playing, well, keep on sending messages held for review. Dreamman5588 with this third comment. It makes them wet in a bad brown way. Sort of. It's more like a polite little orgasm, and then they're going to have to go poop. Then they're going to have to defecate. Now they're going to be burning up all my toilet paper, which is why, no, it's not okay for you to use the bathroom. You can use the bathroom in the hotel lobby. This bathroom is my bathroom. Welcome to my throne. This is how to whisper to Foids, which is, may I use your bathroom? By default, no. You can't use my bathroom. Hey, can I use the executive bathroom? No. Is it okay if we trade seats on this airplane? No. This is how to whisper to Foids, which is heckling females as a cold open. Heckling? Larry, are females, you're heckling females during comedy? No, I'm not. I'm just politely nodding, politely clapping. I'm talking about cold opening women in the wild of a nightclub where you cold open with a heckle. Here's an example of avoiding Foids which is cold opening with a heckle. Hey, ladies, I'm going to guess 50% unemployment. Am I right? Am I right? Who needs a drink? Only the employed women get a free drink. What are you drinking? What are you drinking? Add me on LinkedIn. Ooh. A tequila soda would be so delicious. Mmm. Show me your LinkedIn. Show me your LinkedIn. Because Foids, in their boss girl era, as their life coaching, they don't have a job. They don't have income. I had no idea. I just assumed if you're paying $2,600 or $5,000 in rent, that you are gainfully employed. It's not. In Miami, there's socialist housing within luxury apartment buildings. What? Ditto Austin, ditto the Bay Area. Why is there Section 8 housing? Why is there housing within luxury? What? I seduced vagina with books. This is book club, where you can whisper to Foids by bringing 2 books, 1 you. Have you heard of 2 Girls, 1 Cup of Knowledge? It's a Larry Chang video series. There's about 10 of them. Have you heard of It Makes Them Wet in a Bad Brown Way? When black people call themselves brown, that's where you know that there's sexual market value obfuscation. You guys have seen this. You guys have seen this on this channel, where black behavior cites bad black behavior by calling it brown. Ducking Foids, ducking the NPCs. This is the solution, which is hashtag Web12. This is the solution, is don't be a communist hopeful, but use an iPhone to distribute your socialist ideologies. Understanding Bitcoin exactly 0.0. Foids, upside down on their car, upside down. So when you owe 2 cars on your 1 car, because you're upside down that much, that's the Foid lifestyle. Now, this is the value, which is, what if you were to never owe money again on a car loan? That's the avoid Foids, because you don't get it. The psychological operation is getting you to be upside down on your car. Where are the comments? This game would be much more challenging for me to tell jokes as you guys heckle. Where are the comments? This is so easy for me. So your credit score is for shit because you're demoralized. You can't wake up and get out of bed. This is the Foid lifestyle. What if you were to just wake up 21 days in a row at 7:38 a.m.? What if you were to do that? You're in competition with Foids. This is the easiest market ever to compete in. 1, high chaos. 2, a lot of volatility. 3, if you think you can't read, other people can read less. 3, you get to meet Larry Chang. I'm cheering for you. I'm literally cheering for you, and you're trying to just be gay and retarded, except for when you watch for 10 minutes in a row, then you're tall and good looking. Look at the people I hang out with. It's super hot women with big boobs, and it's tall, good looking dudes. And it's not because they're gay for me, it's because birds of a feather avoid Foids together. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. Credit scores for shit. So just wake up 21 days in a row at 7:38 or earlier. When your credit score is for crap, you can realize I parked $31,600,000 at 530 Lytton. And then, oh wait. That's real. 530 Lytton, Palo Alto, California, 94301. The dollar amount is this, $31 million. The dollar amount at 98 San Jacinto is $31,600,000. Why? Because I need to memorize exact addresses with exact credit lines, so that way when people say, "Oh, Larry, you're full of shit," I'll understand where you fucked up. Because details matter. Why do details matter? Hi, I'm Larry Chang. My channel's What They Don't Teach You in School. We're playing a game called You Comment Whatever, and I work it into my Duck Foids script. Foids! Did you just say a female derogatory? You didn't ask me what my pronouns were, which is she, they, she, they, she, they, she, they. You're talking to a lesbian. This is comedy within avoiding foids, which is you and I get to avoid something called time negatives inside of life's choices. This is what I'm talking about. College, it's just a piece of paper. Yeah, it is a piece of paper, but the critical thing is my college, engineering school, it taught you how to learning how to learn. And this sounds innocuous, trite, and banal, but learning how to read is chapter 4 of a book called Limitless. I actually own a book called How to Read a Book. I own another book, it's called How to Speed Read. Let's say you don't want to buy all these books that cost less than $4. I get it. $4 is more money than some Foids make in 2 months. You can just read this book. There's a PDF of it, Jim Quick, which is chapter 4, chapter 14, chapter 13, which is college was just a piece of paper. So, yeah, that's true, but college also makes some people use AI. Chapter 19, I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. Which is, we're still playing a game. It's called You Guys Comment Something, and I work it into Foid jokes. Oh, this green tea that this Caucasian made for me, delicious. Are you guys intimidated right now? You should be. Are you guys anticipatory? You should be. Because this video's kicking it to a higher gear now that it's more intimate, which is avoid time negative life choices. So let's say you're demoralized. Let's say you're underperforming. Let's say you're at wherever you're at. Some of you guys are really good, but then just don't say anything. So let's springboard from wherever we're at. This is a concept called time negativity. Inside of computer science, it's called technical debt. Inside of marketing, it's called engineering up momentum. Inside of venture capital, it's called house money. Let's fuck around with other people's money and make house money. So time negative is the opposite of flow, is stuck stoicism that's fucked. That's by default a Foid. That's time negative. Screen time 1 million, can't do delayed gratification, BS mental health excuses. Majority of Stanford undergrads are faking a mental illness in order to get more benefits. Those are time negatives. What is a time positive? It's doing whatever you can to ask 2 empowering questions per day at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. Empowering question number 1. How would I feel if I no longer were upside down on my car? How would I feel if I did token arbitrage 1 time? Those are 2 empowering questions, and that if you ask yourself those same 2 questions twice a day, it's guaranteed that you're going to be FAGR, hard R, fucking around and getting rich. Fagger. Clip it. How do you not laugh at fagger? Fucking around, getting rich. The Foids whisperer. So you're going to need to have 1 foot in the orange pill world, 1 foot in blue pill. Why? Because nobody likes the person who is red pill all the time. This is why 3 red pills is a black pill. Enjoy being lonely with all your red pills. Or worse, you're trying to mentor Foids on no longer being blue pill. That's not going to work. This is me being the mentor to Rollo Tomasi. This is me being the mentor to Entrepreneurs in Cars, Richard Cooper. This is me explaining that entrepreneurship is similar to red pill, where after you get super rich, you do not begin to unplug everybody. So this is why 3 red pills is 1 black pill. This is why the double orange pill actually looks exactly like the blue pill. I just taught you how to Foids whisperer. Why? Because nobody likes the guy who's got 7 Ferraris and drives 1 each day, each week. Nobody likes that guy. In fact, when you are that guy, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to never have a license plate on my Ferrari so that way people can't track me. You just met my friend Steve Jobs. He never had a license plate because he'd buy a new car every 90 days because you don't want to be the guy with 7 license plates for 7 different Ferraris. This is Foids whisperer. The way this game is played is you comment something and then I work it into my script. Micro generations. We're moving right along here. I can't believe I already have 4 likes. Wow, like I care. And also, why are you watching without liking? I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it's just us. Are you not happy to have intimate time? Micro generations theorem. When change accelerates, generations compress. We're talking about micro generations. Think of this as a generation within a generation. So we want to thin slice Gen Z. We don't want to thin slice Gen X, boomers, or millennials. Why? Because there's no saving them. They're screwed. Everybody's screwed. That's why you're going to be so rich. Because we're thin slicing Gen Z. We're forking away from cliche stereotypes that are actually semi-accurate. See, the meek shall inherit the earth. That's true, but it's not the weak meek. It's the up and coming meek. It's double orange pill. You see, the future, it's already here. It's just not very evenly distributed. Why is everything so fraudulent and fake? It's because the money's fake. No one's telling you how shit's about to go down, which is number 6, Foids whispering. What is the double orange pill? Why is it blue pill? The double orange pill is being able to sell a person on, hey, give me the rest of your cigarettes. Give me the rest of your cigarettes. You just quit. In fact, give me the butt that you threw on the ground. Foids whisperer, what is the double orange pill? It's where you love money and you love these 600 different forms of money.
Good morning. It's a tremendous honor to be here with you. And I mean honorable as in we're going to cover 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Bad habit number one. Bad habit number one is getting tricked into taking crazy pills. Is this BDSR? Is this SSRI? Is this NMTLP pills? Because crazy pills that are causing you to go crazy. How's my sound doing? Will you check on my sound check? YouTube's been mitigating. We're talking about 17 factors causing women to go crazy. This is comedy from down under your belt. Crazy pills. Are you taking pills for sex and hoping that these sex pills become a skin solution? This is how women get sold. Hey, you should be on birth control. It'll make your skin beautiful. These are 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Crazy pills. MMTLP pills. Crazy pills. BDSR. Crazy pills. SSRI. Crazy pills. ADD. The reason that you get so many acronyms is to misconstrue, misperceive, misconceive. Good morning, Ron Mouther. How's my sound today, buddy? I bet it's about the same, just as crappy. How is it? How's the unicorn looking? I'm bringing in Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, and I want you guys to not get jelly. Don't get jelly. We're doing comedy down under. Crazy. This drug solves 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Number 3, crazy programming. When you see how a streaming service produces recommendations, that's called crazy programming. Have you ever watched women get programmed? It's kind of sad, but if you look at women's YouTube or women's Netflix or women's Hulu, it's an unmitigated disaster. It looks worse than her toilet bowl. True story, her toilet bowl, it looks like her butthole exploded and then she never cleaned her toilet bowl or her butthole. That's the smell that's emanating. I always thought that she farted. It's just that her butthole smells. I'm going to start doing what dogs do, which is not sniffing buttholes, but sniffing buttholes. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, we're talking about comedy down under. We're talking about 17 factors causing women to go cuckoo. Are you cuckoo for Mew Mew? Are you cray cray for the JJ? Or are you cray cray because of your Ginny? I don't know. But I do know this, we're covering 17 factors causing women to go crazy. This is exactly Crazy Cat Lady. This is exactly 17, number 4. Oh, this one's a doozy. It's called the cray cray economy. You see, you're not just going crazy in a vacuum. You're going crazy in a world that got super complicated. People that are programming you aren't explaining to you why the economy is so crazy. This is not going to be a crash course on microeconomics. This is not going to be a podcast on how the world is broken, because that doesn't click with you. You'd have watched that content 4 years ago, 3 years ago, if you would have been interested in it. But understand that what's causing men to treat you horribly, that's the economy. What's causing your permanent unemployment and begging for social programs, that's the crazy economy. You see, reason number 4 of factors causing women to go crazy is the fact that you exist in a cray-cray economy. Stop thinking that I'm crazy. Stop thinking that I'm hot and crazy. Understand that my craziness is just incorporating humor down under, because I can't just be all math, all rate of change, all facts all the time. Granted, my humor is all factual, but that's what makes this form of stand-up routine, comedy down under, help you understand the way that Busy Gold, author of Your Brain is a Filthy Lie.
Busy Gold, chapters 1 through chapter 34, chapter 33 being Eli, where emotionally, what is going on in your brain? There is no separation from what your brain does emotionally with what you are able to do to delay gratification. The whole thing centers around a marshmallow test.
Fire, also causing you to go crazy. Chapter 33, Eli, your emotions, they're getting the best of you. It's because there's a system, it's been designed to get the economy acting crazy because you're crazy. And the more crazy you get, the crazier the economy gets. It's a cycle, it's a symbiotic cycle, and they're using women, kind of like how the CIA and Jewish people used black people, kind of like how Indian people are biohazards, kind of like why can't everybody just be a little bit more Chinese in America? Communism and socialism would actually work in America if there were more Chinese people to get screwed. How are Chinese people getting screwed? You don't care. You will not champion. You will not solve a problem. Let me solve your problems. Sloppy Bigelow says, good day. What's up? Complexity of life. 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Life got super complex because it's every Homo sapiens right now for themselves. If you're in a committed relationship, I hope you treasure it, but it feels like you might not be valuing it, and that's okay. The complexity of life as a solo female, the difficulty of surviving as a solo practitioner. Now, you might think that I'm using entrepreneurship and yoga as a crossover. You might think that, but that's what is required, is pliability in one. Can you learn something new? No, you can't. This is 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Oh, but I don't like how he's hot and tall. He's a finance bro. I don't like that, because the last 4 finance bros that cream pied inside me, they dumped me. I'm now allergic to truth. I'm now allergic to finance bro. He looks like a finance bro. He's 6'5". He reeks of 6-pack and financial bro advice, disseminating financial advice. Ladies, this is why you're going crazy, is the feminist programming required you to only learn from fellow females that are default retarded. I'm not hesitant in saying that because later this video shifts over to Rumble where we can be more forthcoming. This is crazy critical thinking. Oh my God, this script, amazing. Because the sixth point is crazy in critical thinking. This is most women's critical thought process. Why can't a woman teach me this? This is homophily, which is you can only learn from people that look exactly like you. This is why black men and black females are screwed, just screwed, because it's too homophily. What is the opposite? What is the best practice? Larry, you've peed on a lot of us. You've been negative. Is there something that's positive? Yeah, which is heterophily. You should be learning from all types of people. I learn from all types of people. You can feel that I learn from all types of people, right? Being able to learn from all types of people is heterophily. Hetero like heterosexual, Philly like Philadelphia. Heterophily. I want to say it's page 19, Diffusions in Innovation. I want to say that my mentor, Taylor, recommended that book to me. Now, did she read the book that she recommended to me? No. Did she book club the book that she recommended to me? No. Did she financially benefit from the book that she recommended to me? No. Why am I keeping women accountable? Did you like my lack of adjectives in describing said female? Did you like that? Did you like that? Do you like that I always have size 2 brand new bikinis? Because you can't swim in the hot tub naked. There's no skinny dipping allowed. People get STDs in that water. I'm not going to spike my chlorine level where all things die upon touching water because that kills my skin. Therefore, there is no naked hot tubbing. These are 17 factors causing women to go crazy. A hot tub is not a bathtub. I welcome you and I consent for you to go to the tub naked. I consent for you to watch this from the tub because if the phone drops in the tub, you're not going to get electrocuted. And you might say, hey, you need a shrink. But then I'd be telling you, these are 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Welcome to comedy down under, which is the shrink that is performing counseling or therapy has never succeeded in counseling or therapy ever. There is not one instance of success. This is what causes women to go crazy because the answer that your shrink is going to provide is, I have a magic pill. That would be point number 1, crazy pill. And point number 2, maybe you missed it, it's called, you're going crazy because this pill solves. Women are constantly looking for a Hail Mary panacea that solves all things. Oh yeah, take this birth control pill and your skin will clear up and people can cream pie inside of you. Don't worry. But then what happens on sexual partner number 12, 45, 62, 64, 67, turbo hike? What happens is there are so many telomeres, there is so much remnant male DNA inside of her body, that the DNA is waging war, and the field of battle is her Ginny. The field of battle are her fallopian tubes. The DNA, it sprays everywhere. That's a telomere. And this is what causes women to go crazy, because they don't hear voices in their head. They feel the DNA of men coursing through their body, hitting the vagus nerve, affecting their fascia, entering their bloodstream. You can smell it on some girl's breath. And I'm not being humorous just to be humorous, but you can smell it on women. It's the desperation of, can you smell the 50, 40, 20 plus men that have already been with me? Can you smell that? Because men will pretend to not be able to smell it because they want to tap that. Men will pretend, oh, your prior sexual conquests don't matter to me. But guess when it begins to matter? Upon entering a business partnership where one of the partners leaves and half the money goes. That business partnership is called marriage. You talk a lot, but I never get the point. Even better, you're trying to complexify life, and you're purposefully cogmizing, where even the statement alone stated is cognitive miser. Point number 5, complexity of life. You talk a lot, but I never get the point. Even better, which is point number 8. Point 7 was critical thinking. That's a wrap on critical thinking. Perfect. You talk a lot, but never get the point. Practice critical thinking. I know, I did get you. Practice critical thinking. This is maybe why you're not critically thinking very well. We're on factor number 17, factors causing women to go crazy. "17 factors causing women to go crazy." Hi, I'm Larry Chang. My channel's on what they don't teach you in school. Factor this in. Women don't sleep very well. So when you're not sleeping well, what happens to your critical thinking skills? So when your life is getting super complex and you're not sleeping well, are you able to process new information? This crazy, crazy economy is very difficult to understand if you do not have a body of books that you've read called history books. This is the Weimar Republic. Weimar. There you go. This is the Roman Empire. This is what happens when you think that I'm in a fever dream, but this is actually a lucid meditative talk where I am breathing properly. How well are you sleeping? Do you hydrate enough while you're sleeping? I said that correctly. Are you getting enough oxygen and carbon dioxide swapping? Have you ever done Nadi Shodhana breathing? This is what causes women to go crazy. These are all things that you already know how to do. You know how to Nadi Shodhana breathe. But here's the problem, is that your inherent programming has ruined you. I'm not going to ever be your sugar daddy. But I will be your yoga instructor if you pay me $19,000. This is all the value of me being your yoga teacher, is reminding you to do Nadi Shodhana breathing. And while you're doing that, you want to visualize me and my flawless body naked on top of you if you're older than 22 and younger than 23. So everyone else can fuck the right off, because there is no saving the 17 factors causing women to go crazy. I can only save a small segment of the population. This is comedy from down under, which is older than 22, younger than 23. Why are you sleeping with your smartphone near you? Older than 22, younger than 23. Why don't you keep a sleep journal? Older than 22, younger than 23. Have you ever been to a school called Snuggle Academy? I had to pay middle 5 figures to learn how to snuggle. Older than 22, younger than 23. I'm probably only going to be able to spoon less than 0.3% of you, but this is all the benefit of a Larry Chang big spoon, with a little bit of a surprise a bunch of times through the evening, which is, have you ever paid Larry Chang $19,000 to sleep better? Now, before you say $19,000, that's way too cheap for Snuggle Academy. $19,000 in Miami at Art Basel, Larry, that's not even going to cover your hotel fees, because we're not spooning in my penthouse. Oh no, you're paying for a suite, and then you're writing a contract saying, I want to buy your baby juice. I want to buy your sperm. I want to buy a baby. I want to buy a baby. I want to buy a baby. And the baby that you're buying comes in a liquid form. You've got to gestate, germinate it for 9 months. That's going to cost, on top of the $19,000, you know what? I'm feeling generous. I'll throw it in for a grand total out the door of $275,000. Why? The return on investment of spooning and getting spooned and learning how to sleep, it's invaluable, because you're currently going crazy right now because you sleep like a psychopath. I almost went over on my LinkedIn. Because Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club is locked in. See, what happens during sleep and sleepovers is I'm watching you, not watching you above you, but I'm cognizant of how you sleep. Ladies, if there were a superhero movie made, you would not be in it, because you sleep like a homeless person. Homeless people sleep better. Have you ever watched a homeless person sleep? Their hand is protecting their balls and dick like a cup, and their cup is between their legs. All a homeless person cares about is they're protecting their dick and balls, because everything else is just exposed. Homeless people sleep better than most affluent Caucasian females. Welcome to comedy down under. Welcome to comedy down under. Welcome. So you could try to complain about warriors that are social, or I sniffed out the fact that you're not sleeping very well either, Stephen Tracy, because I read that article that you wrote. It's actually pretty well put together. But what you don't see that I see is that improving sleep. Comedy from down under. Your vagina isn't broken, it is. Endometriosis isn't affecting young women without purpose. It's the fact that you don't sleep, your inflammation rises, and now your ginny, pussy, putty, vajayjay, vagina, it's broken because of inflammation. Sleep is restorative. Sleep is a form of repair. Sleep is absolutely necessary. But in a sleep audit that I'm currently doing, that I'm going to finish doing, is I watched how you sleep. I observed how you sleep. It's absolutely atrocious. There is nothing good about how you sleep. Do you even care about how you're sleeping? Step one is to keep a sleep journal. Step one is to have a goal to sleep through the night. Step one is to realize maybe you're not sleeping well because you're trying to destroy yourself. Because that way, during the day, you can sleepwalk through the day. You're not awake when you're up. You're not sleeping when you're in bed. This is the definition of bad sleeping. You thought I was going to say insanity. I will never bring that word into a video called 17 Factors Causing Women to Go Crazy. I will not bring that word in. Why? The reason I won't bring that word in is you might think, oh, this is just a rich person being rich. But what we're talking about is being abundant in how we sleep. Because I've heard the same things over and over. That's because I caught you being a homophily, which is you're stuck on old information. You're stuck saying the same things. You're stuck being a shitty sleeper. My next point is humorous and just as accurate, which is you swap men more often than you swap shampoo. Your shampoo is actually trying to kill you. So, shampoo. The best shampoo is apple cider vinegar. 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Your animal, your pet, your beast, your dog is somehow crazy also. Making your dog crazy is actually really hard to do because dogs are inherently amazing. Yet somehow crazy women have caused their dog to also be crazy. This is 17 factors causing women to go crazy. When you're wanting your dog to have malady, your dog is a perfect being, and now you're trying to give your dog some kind of schizo, patriarchal, insane behavior that your dog refuses to have you label. These are 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Rock Skipper has questioned, should I keep a sleep journal? Oh, that explains so much. That explains everything. That explains everything. This is homophily. You need to be only mentored by bald people who don't have sex. This is also 17 factors causing women to go crazy. is some women can only interact with women that are their age plus or minus 1 year old. So if you are 34, you have 0 friends that are 24. All your friends are post wall. This video keeps getting better. This video just keeps getting better because we're still talking about comedy from down under. Whoever wrote this script needs to be promoted. Maybe I should just turn into a writer because maybe my performance is average. "17 factors causing women to go crazy." My next video is 17 factors causing YouTube burner accounts to go crazy. Have you tried using your own real name? Because that is a unlock code. Oh my God, 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Stop using burner accounts. Once you determine that your own name and your own identity is the one identity that matters, you can stop being schizo. You can stop being dissociative. You can stop being a person that hits the reset button. You see, when you use a burner account or another personality or another business use, another username, what you're doing is you're saying, I am getting ready to dump that personality. I'm getting ready to burn that burner account. Once you realize that we are a society of people that have a burner account, no accountability, no march towards, hey, we have one life. We have one. Go at this. Let's try to make the best of it. 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Crazy book. So it's not that you're reading crazy books. It's the fact that you're going crazy because you can't read any book. Forget about self-help. Forget about reading your own journal. Forget about writing, because your inability to read any book is what's causing 17 factors for women to go crazy. And then there are some women out there that are going to say, but Larry, you're the patriarchy. You have such good hair. I want to talk to a woman who is bald. There are bald women. I can see her hairline. There's baldness a lot in women. It's also because the side effects of the drugs that you're on. Men too. So when you feel like I only need to get connected to women that will tell me this, congratulations. Other women hate you. They're not going to tell you this. I don't love you, but this is funny to talk about because of the, 3.5 billion women, maybe 32 are fuckable, and my wait list is 80. So hopefully there will be matriculated leads into my funnel. This is not crazy talk. This is, if you want to try to jump the wait list to try to get all the riches of sitting on my lap or sitting near my face, you will not be able to sit on my face because I'm not going to eat my wife's pussy until we're married for 10 years with 3 to 4 children. That's just what's required. I am a lottery ticket. As per YouTube, I am super rich. But you don't get any of that money because none of those dollars are associated to my social security number. We're going to need to make money on our own. 17 factors causing women to go crazy, which is you'll never get access to my bank account. But the good news is that we can do first coach dinner first coach. I let off with first because I kind of don't want to do dinner first coach because dinner is too low of a bar. Making $300 using a book club, Hal Elrod, book club, Everett Rogers, book club. It's too easy to make $300. I need to up the bar. So we're going to go first coach dinner, meaning I don't want you to treat me to dinner in Miami. I don't want you to treat me to dinner in Silicon Valley. I want you to buy dinner in a city that we fly to. You're paying for my first class ticket. You're buying yourself a coach class ticket, maybe 2 coach class tickets. Why? Because we need to fly first and coach on the same airplane. That's a deal breaker. This is if you want your problem solved. 17 factors causing women to go crazy. The cool kids are going to talk real quick on Rumble Bumble. The cool kids are going to be there. Getting better book to book. So what you're doing here is you're improving your life by study buddying one book. Forget about a podcast because you've never benefited financially from one podcast. Forget about a YouTube video. I don't understand how people can never have benefited from one YouTube video. And if that's not true, prove it. Because this is 17 factors causing people to go crazy. There's a lot of free information out there. Some of it's actually super valuable. This is 17 factors causing women to go crazy, which is, I'm going to tell you one of 5 books. If you can't financially benefit from one of the books to the tune of first class, coach class, dinner, there's something wrong, because when you're reading the book, you obviously didn't ask yourself, hey, can we turn around Bumble using a book called Irv Grosbeck, New Business Ventures and the Entrepreneur, Chapter 17? Can we make $275,000 on one book? Or are you constantly going to LARP on the fact that I'm only rich because I have really, 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 really good hair? Is it? Or is your brain wired 17 factors causing women to go crazy, fake food? So when the food is fake, you end up getting inflammation because you're ingesting food that is the opposite of brain food. When there's fake food, it's chapter 8, fiat standard. What is chapter 8? It's food substituted to taste like it's food. It actually is eating mush. What happens when you eat mush is you feel full afterwards, but then your stomach begins to degrade. Have you seen a hot girl's toilet recently? She's been eating too much DoorDash. Her stomach, GLP, it's a disaster. Her asshole is a disaster. This is why I will not eat her vagina, because her vagina is way too close to her asshole. I'm not going to eat that for at least 10 years after we get married. This is 17 factors causing women to go crazy, which is fake food. Her health is in shambles. The female health condition should be studied in future generations, because how is endometriosis so prevalent now in women under 50 years old? How is endometriosis about half the time present in women under 30 years old? This is health is in shambles. Whoa. Next topic, premature aging. This is only for the inner sanctum, inner circle. Sorry. COVID wrecked people. Feminists. Feminists became the norm. This is also 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Propaganda is consumed and locked up different from how men consume and process propaganda. This is government messaging. Do you trust the government? One of the genders wants more governing. One of the genders wants more social programming. One of the genders sees government as their daddy. That's not the sugar daddy that you thought you were going to get. Premature aging, vax maxers, taint maxers. I should write these jokes down. Because when your gastrointestinal system is wrecked because you're eating a bunch of fake food, have you watched females use DoorDash? It looks like they're using social media. They're doom scrolling their meal, which is going to show up doomed because some immigrant who's sharing a DoorDash account is going to be schlepping your food, not even in a protected bag. This is like a third world country, the United States of America. This is an active war zone where the food is being transported like they're in the third world. Pizza is getting transported vertically. This is propaganda understanding it, which is, why are all these immigrants here? That's to distract us from what the government's doing. This is every time the immigrants rush in. This is Roman Empire. This is Weimar Republic. This is why Jewish people get blamed, because we've seen this shtick before. Oy vey. Stop saying we are all immigrants, because someone is the number one most Caucasian person in America legally emigrated. Or do you know the difference? Because once you say we are all immigrants, oh my God, are you Pakistani? Because you don't understand legal versus illegal immigration. There's an overt war on the middle class. This is 17 factors causing women to go crazy. When you say stupid shit like, we're all immigrants. There you go. Stephen Tracy, I kind of want to make you a mentor. Oh, wait, you are a mentor. You are a mentor. Homophily versus heterophily. You say some things that are genius, and other times you are absolutely retarded. Oh my God, 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Larry, how do you understand women so well? I take beta male dudes and I say, who has more testosterone? Well, currently it's women, because if you're bald and have no hair, your body isn't producing enough testosterone. The lie that got told is, oh, you have too much testosterone. That's just 17 factors causing women to go crazy. When women go bald, does the dermatologist say, oh, well, you just had too much testosterone? That's why you're bald? You had too much estrogen? That's why you're bald? I caught you again, because the propaganda that you're spewing is indicative of the fact that the feminists got you. They have you thinking that there are two political parties in the United States of America. There's only one party. It's the Uniparty, and you're not in it. My friend Ken Howry's in it. He's ambassador to Sweden. Comedy from down under. Comedy from down under. So this is true for the men that are in the losers bracket, in addition to Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, is that as an individual, you retards too. As an individual, you're incredibly smart. Like women and the retards that are in my losers bracket over at YouTube are actually incredibly smart people. But why are the results so shitty? Because there are 17 factors causing women to go crazy. You're hoping for a group. You're hoping for a consortium. You're hoping for a critical mass. You're hoping that the entire country improves. You're hoping that groups don't act like the madness of a crowd. This is the stage that we're in. There is no saving the macro situation. This is the propaganda will continue until the masses get screwed. Let me repeat that. The propaganda will continue from the government until the masses continue to get screwed. So you're juxtaposing you versus me with the word propaganda, but that's okay because you're probably not sleeping super well. I bet you're on social media 4 hours a day and not producing Web 12 content. I'm talking producing, consuming too much. My God, 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Spending too much time on social media where you get a voice, where you get to talk, where you get to participate, where you get egalitarian no matter how bad your ideas are. And then when presented with tremendously positive ideas or thoughtful ideas or critically mapped out and scripted ideas, then you say something to discount all of it. This is 17 factors causing men and women to go crazy. Why can't you address some of the truths that I've brought up? Or are you not able to process new information? Or are you not critically thinking ever? Forget about the fact that you're not listening. This is social programming. This is what social programming loves. Video feed. Pretend like you're on video. What would it look like? What is your current posture? What is your current status? What does your kitchen, your toilet, and your gastrointestinal system look like? What if there were a video feed? 17 factors causing people to be constantly surveilled, but you're not surveilling yourself. You're not in a good place. This is 17 factors causing women to go crazy. The solution to that is a seated meditation. Maybe just shut the front door. Maybe just shut off your other screens. Maybe shut off your keyboard and just meditate on third-party perspective. Thank you for telling me that you never meditate. Crazy smartphone addiction. Are you without your phone at least 50+% of your life? Is that true? Or are there external affairs, external to your brain, constantly pelting and giving your brain no shot at avoiding crazy? Editing, eating microplastics. Women, guilty. Secret sisterhood. LinkedIn, go LinkedIn. When people say secret sisterhood, they're meaning a society of sisters that cheer for each other. Here's the determination, which is most women hate other women. Women's biggest enemy right now are other women. Who's programming women to hate other women? That would be the default programming running in the United States of America. Ditto Canada, ditto Australia, ditto the United Kingdom. It's very feminine to say all immigrants are immigrants. Address the fact that recent immigrants are committing 80 to 90% of the or is that Overton window not shifted yet? Never solving problems. 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Factor number 24. When women talk, they don't want their problem solved. They just want to vent. How's that working out for you? Chemicals inhaled. Nail chemical, hair chemical, air freshener chemical. Ditto, cat litter, kitty litter, ammonia chemical. Have you been over to a girl's place lately? It smells like a chemical. It smells like BASF. It smells like that German chemical company. It doesn't smell good. Which is chemicals inhaled, cat litter box chemical. It smells like holy hell. And then to hide the litter box chemical, there is air freshener chemical. It smells absolutely like people are going to die. Constantly inhaling fumes. Like, it's a chemical warfare. It's a chemical warfare. It's a chemical warfare. Video cameras everywhere. It's the surveillance economy. 17 factors causing women to go crazy. Artificial intelligence. So when you're not using AI to get better, AI is against you. And this is what happens when your brain is not optimized. If you're not sleeping, AI is going to fuck you. If you're not healing, AI is going to triple fuck you. Why? Because AI has no feelings. It might be trying to kill you. Or you might realize AI, it's a horrible master. It is a wonderful servant. But it's going to drown you because AI, it's a horrible master. Who is currently a slave to the algorithm? Who is currently a slave? If you're plugged into Web 2 and you say things like, but Larry, your popularity is low, you're a slave to the algorithm saying your views and your likes and your comments are not up to the algorithmic standard. Because the game that we're playing right now is not some retarded game for retards. Naval Ravikant, the end stack. What is Naval Ravikant end stack? It's play stupid games, win stupid prizes. On my social media, someone wrote a giant tirade about how unpopular I am. Never did they mention new information being correct or not correct. Never did they mention, hey, I used your protocol, it didn't work. It was just cognitive miser. I don't want to learn new things. I will try new things once you get to 900K views. But this is what makes this deliciously amazing. I can't save all the women from going crazy, but it's going to be hilarious watching more and more women go crazy. In addition to beta males in the losers bracket over on YouTube. In addition to betas everywhere who are basically by default feminists that are programmed to be incorrect. That's what is the biggest factor, 17 factors causing women to go crazy, which is the programming is meant to make you incorrect, weak, and wrong. And I do dare say wrong. These jokes just write themselves. These jokes just write themselves. These jokes just write themselves. And before you say, but Larry, as a woman, I don't like Bitcoin. understand that any dollar amount under $5 million is a steep, steep, steep discount. That's Web 5. But you don't benefit from Bitcoin or Web 5 because we're doing Web 12 right now. 17 factors causing women to go crazy, which is why have you not told, ladies, 7 of your friends that you know and met Larry Chang, who's the solo founder of Web 12? What is Web 12? It's getting away from doom scroll. It's getting away from the algorithm. It's you actually.
think to yourself, how would Larry Chang do the double orange pill? Ask yourself something. The double orange pill, why does it mean blue pill? So, in the same way that you guys sometimes use two YouTube usernames, you actually want to have two fronts that are the same front, which is your blue pill acting. You dress like a finance bro, but you are outside of the system, which is meant to psychologically operate against you, appearing like, okay, you can program me, I'm a Foid, but then you're simultaneously keeping an eye towards maybe this Larry Chang guy isn't that far off. Because number 7, yes, it's all about the 650 versions of money. This is Foid. This is ducking Foid. This is understanding maybe there are 650 versions of money. Where you only have one version of money, it's called you don't have enough. Or some other version of emotion about money, million, billion. Yes, it's all about the money. Yes, it's about 600 versions of money. 7A, get some. You'll feel a lot better if you just monetized one video. And when I say monetized one video, I'm not saying let YouTube monetize a video for you. What am I? Steve Chen, Chad Hurley? Heating up a little bit. I'm actually freezing. Who set the air conditioner so cold? High beam. It's because I'm happy to see you, ladies. 7B, once you do make money, hide it. Number 7C, lie. You don't have any money when you have money. You're not baller treating everybody. When you go out on dates, you do what Larry Chang does and you spend zero money. Why? Because it doesn't obviously take any money to make money. It doesn't take any money to date women. Lie. You don't have any money. When you do have money, you want to lie about it. There are 600 versions of fuck you money. Fuck you money right on script, which is you want to have at least 3 versions of fuck you money. Me, I have 600 plus to 680 plus versions of fuck you money. Here are your basic 3 versions of fuck you money. Fuck, comma, you money. Fuck, dot, 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 you money. Which is gratitude. Fuck you. I'm going to give Larry Chang a $20 thank you gift. Fuck you. I don't need $5 bills. I'm going to give it away. And fuck you money of 9 thank you cards. See? I just taught you something about what it means to have fuck you money. So what you're doing is not what my mentor says, Larry, you just do random acts of kindness. No, I'm hunting problems. I'm priming the problem pump. You would understand this if you would have to do foreplay. Me, I have to do foreplay because I literally can fuck 4 girls at one time. Number 9, Foid, ducking Foid, the Larry Chang Visa card. Is that a thing? Yeah. You get a Visa card and you slap a Larry Chang sticker on it. Horns down, horns up. I'm horny for hashtag FICO748PT8. I'm horny for that. Clip it. Why 748.8? Clip it. 748.8 points of FICO is hashtag FICO 748 PT8. Why is that important? Because that's actually the point right before it becomes 750. All of your credit problems go away above 750. But 748.8, that's the G spot of credit. That's slap a Larry Chang sticker on it and make your Visa card slay. So you could do this with any Visa card in the world. But ideally in America, it's a Larry Chang sticker. Here I did it with an American Express black card. Here I did it with a black card. Here I did it with a black card. But Larry, it's not black. When there's a black guy on your black card, credit card, it's a black card. Let me repeat that joke. This is a black card, but you do this with a sticker, a Larry Chang sticker. These stickers cost $750, and you just put on a new sticker. I consent for you to steal my image. So go ahead and just print up a sticker. That's a Larry Chang sticker. And if you print stickers, you might as well print a couple extra. I consent for you to sell my face on a Larry Chang Visa card. That's a black card. Why are we doing this? Because 748.8 gets you to duck being a Foid where you don't own a car. If you owe more money on your car than your car's worth, you don't own shit. And if you owe double the amount that your car's worth, you actually owe money on 2 cars. You own 0 car. You own -1 car. Let me walk it through so that way my black audience can understand as told by a white audience member. See, black people, they owe $15,000 on a car that's worth $4,000. They own a Hyundai. That's just what happens. So you actually own -2 cars. See, the way the math works, it's going to be above your head, but it'll take 5 years for you to understand this, which is you owe more than 3 times what your car is worth. Your car, keep it, by the way, it's worth $3,500. You owe $15,000 on it. So you don't own 1 car. You actually own -3 cars. -4 cars by the time this video is going to be done. Why? Because you don't own 1 car. Owning 1 car means you own it outright. So when you look like you're rich because you have a car that runs, congratulations, you have a running car. Stop talking shit. This is where I'm explaining to you that if you are underwater, you are upside down in your car, the answer is not to buy another new car. This is what keeps you a slave to the patriarchy. And I am laughing at you because you're that much of a Foid, is that you can't figure out that you need to own you incorporated. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. which is you and I understanding you've never met American Express Larry Chang, which is hashtag Amex Duck 9. You've never met him before. Oh God, it's the annoying wannabe cowboy Asian. You're right, because this is what's annoying to me anyway, is if you just got an American Express card, you would be able to have delayed gratification. How annoying is this? Larry, do you think I should get a third baby daddy for more child support money? Hashtag slay. Good job, you, for dreaming that you could be a woman having a baby. You're a dude. This is your brain in a pretzel. This is Foids by default. Daydreaming of the day that their vagina turns into a penis that can have a baby. In a easier way to have a baby than a 10-month matriculation period. Larry, did you say 10 months? Yeah, because that's OBGYN talk for month 10. Amex Duck 9. So American Express Duck 9, that's the platinum standard for owning you incorporated. Why? Because then you'll be able to do number 11, which is starting a franchise. So this is going to get amazing. I'd get a pen. You start a franchise directly in the ashes of a bankrupt franchise. Start a franchise turning around a turd and an American Express card, turning around your credit score. Starting a franchise, taking shit and molding it. Starting a franchise, not borrowing 300 grand and then selling the 300 grand business that you bought for 30 grand. That's a franchise consultant. You don't want to do that. You want to take shit, $0, and mold that shit. Starting a franchise, editing a turd, getting super rich. Starting a franchise, not buying a fresh one from the corporation that's trying to bankrupt you by just you buying a franchise and then leasing the land. What are you, an idiot? Starting a franchise, practice editing a zombie franchise, practice editing one. Good morning, Larry. I hope your day's going well so far. Everybody, greetings and salutations. Ooh. Bob stands for Big O Booty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will incorporate that into my Foid ducking, which is Larry, do you think I should get a third baby daddy for more child support money? Jokes aside, that's how Foids think by default communism. Becoming supernatural financially. That's a book. You're going to need to write it. I'm going to help you write it. It's called Becoming Supernatural Financially, chapters 1 through 14. Avoiding Foid zombies, gay and retarded. Okay. Fake life, fake social media, fake hookers. That's hilarious. I get it. This is 4 minutes of comedy. Fake vacation. So, tits not fee free, free vacation. So, when people try to turn you into a hooker, it always starts with something free that you should be saying no to. You should be saying no. Yes. You should be saying no, but you might get tricked. Is like buying a franchise is like buying a double full-time job. Buying a franchise is like spending $300,000 for an 80-hour-a-week job that makes you 80K. And then it goes bankrupt. That's a best case scenario. The game that we're playing is you comment something and I make a joke out of it. Hey, if you want to play that game, you're going to have to click in and be live on camera. The link is on my Twitter. To repeat, if you want to do that game, can we play you comment something and I make a joke out of it? What's up? Hope everything's going great. Been swamped. How are you doing? Ask me also where my voice went. Ask me, are we going to do comedy that's centralized? Or are we going to do comedy that's remote and hilarious? Are we even going to have to listen to people? No. Which is why we're locked in. We're locked in. Maybe our microphone has been adjusted properly. Maybe we are making improvements. Maybe this is true. Can't stop, won't stop, Chang stop. Which is us bonding together to do what? What thing are we coming together to do? We're sharing a laugh. We're connecting with strangers. Because you don't need to be tall, hot, gorgeous, and rich in order to enjoy my company. That's heterophilia versus homophilia. That's something that I learned when a YouTube viewer made me understand that, Larry, you're not very popular. Really? Really? You're going to tell me I'm not popular? According to which kind of metrics? Are you talking about Web 2? Or are you talking about Web 12? Or are you trying to realize that every thesis is actually a confession? Every thought that you have is a revelation. Every accusation, Larry, you're not very popular, that's actually a confession. Because you thinking that you're not popular and now I'm not popular, because the connection is we don't have to be popular. We just have to connect with one person. I'm not trying to change or affect a billion people. I don't know if that's possible. Actually, it is possible. But what I'm into here is, what if we could just enjoy each other's company and laugh at a couple of jokes and maybe learn something? I'm definitely not going to lie to you and then cause you to say, but is the yen carry trade even accurate? I'm not going to lie to you and say sushi tastes better when you leave it at room temperature for 72 hours. I'm not going to say jokes like that because, one, some of you guys might do it. Two, it's a dumb joke. Because three, if I watched it, I'd be like, really? You could age sushi? It turns out you can age sushi. You want to be gullible in this world. What is aged sushi? It's sushi that they age in a dry environment with hopefully not a lot of virus. Aged sushi. It's actually pretty good. Leave it up to Japanese people. Leave it up to Japanese people to do that. Which is, how do you leave fish outside for 2 weeks and then charge me $60? And then num num num, it's actually pretty good. Okay, what else do you got besides aged fish? Aged sushi, it sounds like your girlfriend aging out of the older than 22, younger than 23 bracket. Ew, ew, that's some bad fish. Ew, she's too old. She's gonna start smelling funny when she turns 30. These are jokes that are actually accurate. This is what I'm talking about. Did you know that SSRIs and GDPs and blah, 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 it causes a woman's vagina to be stinky? Why is that? And I'm pulling up my notes here. I'm not texting people while doing comedy. I would actually do that to you. I'm trying to be more of a dick. I am way too nice. That's also another problem. In the real world, I am way too nice. Haven't killed anybody in years. Thinking about it because somebody's been threatening me. And before I was like, are you serious? Why are you upset? Now I'm going to be like, okay,
I went through proper channels. I feel threatened. And if you bring it, Mr. Nice Guy, but then as soon as Mr. Nice Guy goes away, women start throwing JJ, throwing it. I'm like, is that what it takes? I mean, aside from my generational run weekend last weekend, but once I put away Mr. Nice Guy, vagina lips just open. I just walk down the street and ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. JJ, pussy, putty, vagina, limpio, sucio, all of it. Limpio is clean vagina, sucio is dirty. It's just everywhere all the time. This is comedy done remotely, hilariously. So when you do humor one-to-one, which is what this is, you don't get the crowd effect, which is the person's laughing next to you, and the person laughing next to you makes you laugh. This is why I have an announcement. I am going to do a workshop. It's a $19,000 workshop. It's called Taming the Cunt. Larry, I don't think you can say cunt. Oh, but we are cowboys understanding negative technology, but also females who are jerks, which is cunty. This $19,000 workshop, it's actually going to work. Why? One, because people have been asking constantly, Larry, will you please do something in the real world that's really expensive? Why? Because it's set for December in Miami. Why? Because you should be able to make $19,100 before you spend $19,000. It's called Taming the Cunt. Why are you taming or training? Because shouldn't you just duck and avoid, separate and extend from cunts? Understanding negative technology, Caucasians understanding negative technology, that is incredibly important. We want to understand cunt technology, or cowboys understanding N-word Titanic. Yes, the Titanic, that's the James Cameron movie. Yes, the Titanic, the same boat that got sunk for the reasons of installing a central bank. All the proponents of the central bank, they stayed off the Titanic. All the people that wanted the central bank to fail, they went ahead and boarded the Titanic. I'm not quite sure that saving women and children is going to be the best move during this economic collapse. Why? Because men are so MGTOW. Boys who are 19 years old, I don't see it. I just don't see men sacrificing. I don't see it. Therefore, let's start corralling limited numbers of life rafts. If you'd like to get on my life raft, it's $19,000. I am going to sell a class. Nothing can be more funny than selling a class for an exorbitant amount of money, specifically for rich people that don't want to be poor. But Larry, you're poor, or you're rich, or I want to go. Well, guess what? The agenda will be provided before you attend. And you don't even have to guarantee that you're paying to attend. I'll give you the entire agenda, all 5 days in Miami, up front. So that way, if you don't make
more than $19,000 before tuition is due, you shouldn't come. In fact, it's kind of required. It's kind of required that you're not retarded. What are we charging $19,000 for? It's a comedy workshop where I tell jokes and you write down my material. That's remote comedy done hilariously, announced on July 8th, which is such a good day. Why? Because it's going to be the 39th day of hashtag 34 days of Grok 4 ducking bankruptcy. Why are we doing 34 days of Grok 4 at AMC theaters? Hashtag 34 days of Grok 4 at AMC theaters. Why? One, AMC theaters is up 18% today. Normally, the stock is in the shitter. I feel actually really guilty. I actually feel really guilty because it's at $1.91. It's up. It's up. It's up a lot today. It's up a lot. It's up a lot. Hashtag 34 days of Grok 4 at AMC theaters. The reason that AMC theaters is the overarching hashtag is it's going to be super easy to do the math, which is today is the 38th day. So June 1 was day 1 of hashtag 34 days of Grok 4 at AMC theaters. Today is July 8th. 30 plus 8 is 38. What's going to happen at the end of August, specifically September 22nd, is we're going to need to add up 4 numbers. What's September 22nd? That's the first day of class for Stanford University, September 22nd. Big C23 has said hi. HD Gunner has said hola. We're doing some arithmetic. There's some comedy with this arithmetic. So you take 22 of September, 31 of August, 31 of July, 30 of June. You add those all up and you get $113. 114. So yeah, my math is pretty good. Rehaul. So you can try to write the jokes, but here's the joke that is John Wang. Be honest. Be honest. Did you just check out my ass? Be honest. Did you just check out my ass? John Wang. John Wang sounds like John Wayne. John Wang is CEO of Windsurf. John Wang. John Wang. John Wang. John Wang sold a company for $1 billion. If he wasn't nice to this John Wang wouldn't be a unicorn. Cheers to being a unicorn. Rehaul. Rehaul. So let's say you're Pakistani and you're making some reha jokes. Guess what Caucasian people like me can do that Pakistani and Indian people can't do? We can shit in a toilet. We can poop in a porcelain throne. Can you do that? Because your grandma can't. Can you do that? Because your grandpa still doesn't. He still doesn't shit. He still doesn't shit. He just still doesn't shit. Alice has said hi. Hi, Alice. How are you? Ooh, Alice is feeling spicy. Alice, if you have a penis, does that make you a woman? These are insights. Why? It turns out so many females portray to be females, not actually familia. Not actually. Did I just come up with mammalia? Familia? We don't require penis. We don't require vagina. We don't require anything. What we do require is, Larry, will you start telling us some jokes? Oh, have I got some humorous content? Turn off your TV, unlock your pants, do whatever makes you comfortable. We're about to get into it. And when I say getting into it, I'm going to ask you some straightforward questions. Feel free to lie into the camera. Your microphone's not on. I can't hear you. And I don't want to even smell your lies, because when you lie to me, I can smell it. But I consent for you. I consent for you. In fact, I do consent for you to lie to me. But you're going to need to put some pants on, Alice. You're going to need to put some pants on. You're going to need to put some pants on. No bra, I understand. Free the nipple. Let the nipple rip free. I can see that your landlord pays for your utilities because, brr, it looks cold there in Florida. Brr. Brr. So this is not body comedy. This is not body dysmorphia. This is not nipple comedy. What this is me warming up for this observation. I observe that social media, it's actually back to working. There are vintages of time where X becomes unusable. Do you guys use Blueski? Alice is in Australia. You're not in Sydney, are you? Sydney's expensive. You guys, I'm going to explain to you why everything's getting more and more and more expensive. But I'm also going to explain to you social programs, socialism. You know that those two things aren't the same, right? I mean, they're the same, but more social programs leads to collapse. Larry, is this a kind of video where you're going to be explaining economic concepts to women in order for women to understand that feminism kind of broke women's brains? Alice, are you 800 years old? Is that why you use all bold? Welcome, Boomer. We'll call it Alice the Boomer. Enjoy boomering. You're writing all bold. I'm not going to tone police you. I'm also not going to all caps police you. I actually like all bold. It's kind of like football where all the plays are written out all in bold. So when I was in Woolloomooloo Bay for the 5th time, Australian people were really mean to me. They said stuff like, "This isn't a bar for you. There's a gay bar across the street." And I was like, "What?" "Well, you're really pretty and all the women like you here, and you're not fucking all the women." I'm like, it's 7 o'clock. All the women want to fuck you. You're not fucking them yet. Hello? It's 7 fucking o'clock. The sun doesn't set there till like 9. I like uppercase too. I'm like, what? I don't fuck kind of some ugly women at 7 o'clock? And now all of a sudden I'm gay? It happened all the time. Wherever I would go, people would be like, why aren't you fucking some of our fugly women? And it'd be 6, 7, or 7:30 o'clock. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come back when you're 18, or if you are under 21, just watch quietly and stop talking. My God, this video just got really funny. Come back when you're 18, or just stop talking. Like, what? What? This video just got hilarious. So I'm in. Yeah, we're just going to pretend like I never went to Australia. We're going to pretend like I never went to Australia. We'll come back to that story later. Yeah. Because of what you said before. Pinning it and then back into timeout you go. Just talk less. I'm not going to kick you out of the channel. Just talk less. At your age, which is under 21, talk less. And that way some old person on the internet won't be trying to DM you or slide into your text messages. Who am I? I'm Larry Chang. What is this? This is comedy. It's remote comedy. It's comedy that's remote and hilarious. Why is it not centralized comedy? Because it's going to be too expensive for us all to meet in Queensland, Australia. Therefore, you're just going to open your phone and we're just going to share in some comedic jokes. Larry, did you know that I am only 26 years old? Yeah, I don't care how old you are. I don't care what your sexual oriental is. I don't care. Hi, I'm from Sweden, by the way. Okay, I actually do care. Actually, I do care. Why are you talking so much? Why can't we just not talk and just enjoy comedy? Hey, pay attention to me. I'm 26, half. Right? You guys want to see something funny? That just happened. Hello from Sweden. My friend is the ambassador to Sweden. My friend, Ken Howery. Are you really from Sweden? Yeah. The Honorable Kenny Howery. He's the ambassador to Sweden. Or is it Norway? Are those two countries different? Come on, that was very American. There are so many European people here today. There's so many. It feels like your default state is in and out of timeouts. Can you look up the ambassador from America to Sweden? Because I kind of want to visit. You guys, I've got a great joke for you. What do you call a pilot that is Swedish? Who flies a plane? What do you call that person? I found the cowboy hat in a website that is a South American theme that my other friend started. It's a Resistol hat, Resistol. And the reason I like it so much is I saved a lot of money wearing it to the Kentucky Derby. Resistol. It's a brand of hat that I'm very comfortable with. This is what I'm a fan of. This is what I'm a fan of. Cassandra Seymour says, ew. Thank you, Cassandra. It's great to see you here on the internet. Listening so solopolistically. When we listen in a way that is only us, we tend to tune out when it's not about us. This is what happens when you get suckered into people knowing that you're selfish. Now they're going to use it against you. Fake vacation, tits not fee free. Fake vacation, is it even a round trip vacation or is it a one-way trip to hell? Free vacation, stuck in an Airbnb. Free vacation, Do you not understand the business model of when people offer you a free vacation? Free vacation, the deal's going to change on you. This is how to duck being a Foid that's getting suckered into taking a free vacation. Free vacation, you're fucked. Free vacation, the ass model is get Foids to go on a free vacation and then change the deal. Free vacation, too good to be true. Free vacation, oh, you're a social media influencer, influence us. They're not trying to get your influence, they're trying to get into your JJ. Have you heard of free vacations to Dubai? Free vacation is the flight free because you want to change the res code to a code that you control. So this is how a free flight on a fake free vacation works. Is you get offered a free flight, but once you get there, you're stuck. You don't control your return ticket. This is how to control your return ticket. It's you change the res code to something that you control. The way to do this is to change the reservation code to a code that you control. Why? Because the person buying your ticket loses control when the 6 alphanumeric numbers change, meaning they don't know what the new alphanumeric code is. The reservation code has changed. This is how to control your return ticket. This is how to accept a free flight. Clip it. Free vacation to Dubai. That's not a free vacation. You're unknowingly a prostitute. Free vacation, the security detail. Free vacation, you're drugged. Free vacation, no drugs. Free vacation, the cult's a money scam. This free vacation is actually free for me, which is hashtag dinner first coach. Fake vacation to New York Fashion Week. That's actually not fake. You're going to be paying for our vacation. You want to be giving away the free vacation. You don't want to be the one accepting a free vacation. You want to be the one giving away the free lunch. You don't want to be the sucker taking the free lunch. Fake vacation, learn to navigate hashtags. Free vacation, why don't you map your own free vacation by having ROI for vacation before vacation? I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's avoid the Foid lifestyle. Have you even thought about getting ROI for rent before you pay rent? For example, ROI on rent before you pay rent. Oh my God. Whoever wrote this script needs to be promoted. Point number 16, which is ROI for rent before rent. We just did free vacation. My God, my God, my God. 16 is ROI for rent before rent. Number 15 was free vacation. So ROI for rent before rent is 90 days before rent is due, you get your rent return on invested. If you do not make the ROI, you do not spend the I. Therefore, you are always cash flow positive. That's called ROI for rent before rent at Travis. You don't have to watch the video. I'll just tell you what's in it, which is 90 days before the $3,500 is due, you try to make $3,500 on a video called ROI for my AI bill of $50,000 before I spend $50,000. This is called token arbitrage. If Sunday Fun Day was a day that was confusing to you on August 1 of 2026, if that was a confusing day for you, that's okay. You can just rewatch it. It's a video called Token Arbitrage. August 2nd. August 2nd. August 2nd. These days connect from, oh my God, July 21 to August 2nd. Token arbitrage, page 1, which is the same thing as turning around a franchise that you don't own. Hashtag StramGT353. To me, these things all make such simple sense, which is number 17. I paid $33,240 to be, stand, and soak up greatness. Your dollar amount won't vary even if it's $33,367. Clip it, because I paid $33,367 to be, stand, and soak up greatness. That is point number 17. We are avoiding being a Foid. Number 18, how to cook beans in a pressure cooker. I asked somebody, hey, mentor, do you need me to execute your grocery list? And they said, I don't have a grocery list. They shopped for food like they were a Foid. They went to the grocery store as if it were a restaurant. They treated the grocery store like a restaurant because they're a Foid. Should I take notes on this? I kind of should. You know what? I'm going to cut this video short. I'll do better on the next one. Actually, I won't. This is the best video I've ever made.